Hello friends, are you planning for a Leh Ladakh road trip but confused what should be the itinerary? Today in this Express FAQ series on traveling to Ladakh, I am going to share the most popular and a perfect Ladakh road trip itinerary which has been followed by thousands of travelers in the last decade. Let's quickly dive into the details. Hello, Namaste and Jule. If you are new to my channel, my name is Dheeraj and I run a travel blog devilonwheels.com. Well, when you plan for a Ladakh trip, it is better to plan the trip with some good number of days in hand. Cramming too many places in Ladakh road trip does not make any sense because you will not enjoy the real beauty of Ladakh, rather you will be just on the road. Hence, in this perfect itinerary, I have kept about 12 to 14 days. You can pick the places that you are interested in. Otherwise, it covers all three major tourist destinations of Ladakh, including Nubra Valley, Pangong Tso and Sommorari Lake. It also covers Srinagar Leh Highway as well as Manali Leh Highway as a full circuit. Before I start, I always recommend that you travel from Srinagar Leh Highway and come back from Manali side. I have already detailed out the reasons why you should pick one over another in my another video linked in the description below. So now let's look at the itinerary. Day 1. So you will be traveling from Delhi all the way to Jammu or Patnitop. Patnitop is a nice place with nice little views, so you can definitely stretch a bit and reach Patnitop. It'll take about 13 hours or so to reach Patnitop. On day 2, you travel from Jammu or Patnitop to Srinagar. After reaching Srinagar, you can enjoy a walk around Dal Lake or go for a shikara ride, maybe visit the floating market. Then you spend overnight at Srinagar and rest for the day. Day 3 marks the interesting drive over Srinagar Leh Highway. On this day, you will be traveling from Srinagar all the way to Kargil. You will be crossing the dreaded Zojila Pass. So if you are traveling in early May, then be ready for some slush stretches or snow around Zojila Pass. But it will be very adventurous. You can enjoy the views on the route and then you can stop over at Sonmarg for some tea or snacks. So once you reach Dras, you can have nice meals at some dhabas at Dras. They are very popular for their veg as well as non-veg dishes. Of course, on this day, do not forget to visit Kargil War Memorial. It'll take about 8-9 hours starting from Srinagar all the way to Kargil. Now on day 4, you will be traveling from Kargil to Leh. You can stop over at Lamayuru and have a meal over there. On this day, you will enjoy Mulbek Matre, Lamayuru Monastery and then enjoy the views of lunar landscapes. On the way to Leh after Lamayuru, you can also see Gurdwara Pathar Sahib. You will get to see Magnetic Hills, confluence of Nimmu and Zanskar rivers, and if you have time, you can visit Alchi and Likir Monastery as well. However, I'll recommend that you skip Alchi and Likir because it will take a lot of time. The whole day will take you about 9 to 10 hours depending upon the breaks you take in between. Now on day 5, you are in Leh. So you will be doing Leh local sightseeing and you can also get inner line permits. You can also get the inner line permits which are required to visit inner line areas of Ladakh including Nubra Valley, Pangong Tso and Sommorari online as well. I have left a link in the description of this video so that you can follow the step-by-step process. For Leh local sightseeing, you can go over and visit Shanti Stupa, you can visit Hall of Fame, pay a visit to Leh Palace or Sankar Kompa and then spend overnight at Leh. On day 6, you will be traveling from Leh to Nubra Valley, covering Khardungla, Diskit and Hundar. Diskit has a famous monastery with the Lord Buddha statue and Hundar has sand dunes as well as the Bactrian camel safaris. It will take about 6 hours to drive from Leh to Nubra Valley. Now on day 7, you have a couple of choices. Either you can go over and visit Panamik and Sumur and return to Leh, or you can do is you can take the direct route from Nubra Valley to Pangong Tso via Shok Village or Warilla Pass. Taking the direct route from Nubra Valley to Pangong Tso will save you a day. Otherwise, you can come back to Leh, and next day you can move to Pangong Tso. Return to Leh. Now comes day 8. On day 8, start from Leh early in the morning, visit Hemis Monastery and reach all the way to Pangong Tso over Changla Pass. You can cover either of Hemis, Thiksay or Shea Palace on the way to Pangong Tso. And on day 9, while returning from Pangong Tso to Leh, you can visit the other two monasteries. The journey from Leh to Pangong Tso and Pangong Tso to Leh will take you about 6 hours each side. Now on day 10, you can take rest in Leh, enjoy the local culture, do some shopping and just spend some time in Leh. On day 11, you start the journey back home via Somorri and Manali Leh highway. So on day 11, you would take the Chumathang road and reach Somorri Lake, spend some time at Somorri Lake, and then you'll be sleeping overnight at Somorri Lake. It will take about 8 hours to reach Somorri Lake from Leh. It is one of the most beautiful lakes in Ladakh. I prefer it much over Pangong Tso because of its desolate route and less number of tourists. On day 12, you would be starting from Somorri. You will visit Sokar Lake and then exit at Debring on Manali Leh highway to reach either Pang or Sarchu. Try to start early in the day so that you can reach Sarchu, where accommodation facilities are better than Pang. The roads have been improved a lot on Manali Leh highway, so I'm pretty sure that you should be able to reach Sarchu if you leave by 7 or 8 am from Somorri. While going from Pang to Sarchu, you would also be crossing Lachungla Pass, Gata Loops and Nakila Pass. On day 13, you would be starting from Sarchu and reaching Manali. On this day, you would be crossing Baralachala Pass and Rohtang Pass. Apart from that, you would also be able to view Surajtal and Deepak Tal. Now on day 14, you will be traveling from Manali to Delhi. It will take about 13 hours. Now if you have more days, you can of course keep couple of buffer days in hand so that you can account for landslides or road closure or sudden snowfall. So this makes the complete 14-day road trip from Delhi to Srinagar to Ladakh to Manali back to Delhi. Now I'll suggest you a couple of tips. If you do not have 14 days at hand, what you can do is you can remove the rest day in Leh on day 10. Secondly, what you can also do is you can take the direct route from Nubra Valley to Pangong Tso. That will save you another day. So that's how you will be able to make this whole Leh Ladakh road trip in 12 days. But in case you have an extra day at hand, I would highly recommend that you seal this road trip to Leh Ladakh by adding Turtuk in the itinerary as well. Turtuk is a beautiful village in Nubra Valley. I bet that you will never regret it at all. Now in the end, I hope this complete plan of 12 to 14 days is helpful for you. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions or need any help in planning your upcoming trip to the Himalayas, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll be happy to help you out right away.